Some nights are just pitch black, without stars, and without sleep. Dirty nights clinging to you like tar. Like this one night, back in 1938. Boston. The Great Depression tsunami was just sweeping over what was left of America. Misery, hunger, despair. Times are hard, they said. Times were worse than hard. And the bar was about to close. As far as I was concerned, this was just another intoxicated day drawing to an end. If only I knew. As the image of that girl coming out of nowhere surged back in my mind. Did I hit her? Was she dead? I couldn't remember. Thoughts were spinning in my head. I hope I didn't run her over. I hope she's still alive. I was trying to collect my thoughts, but the intense pain was scattering them like a bunch of dead birds. My fear of being wounded changed into an obsession. Was I about to die? Getting somewhere safe. That's all that mattered. As the doors opened, the mansion seemed to react to my presence. There was a smell, like a cornered animal. The smell of fear. I was praying to find a phone or some help. Hello? Hello? I need an ambulance. Can you hear me? I need help. What had happened? This cold. The darkness around me. It was her. That girl from the jazz record. Selena Sandvik. The key she left me was an invitation. Was she trying to help me? Or was I heading towards even more troubles? I had to focus. Surviving is a full-time job. Not the kind of job you can afford to lose. The press clippings were all referring to the Black Lake Wolf, some serial killer going after women in the area. The victims were all women from the lower classes, already bled dry by the Depression. Who could be collecting these kinds of clippings? For an instant, I thought I was lying in a bar. That Selena was just a dream born from a whiskey bottle. But no whiskey would send you this kind of angel. She was watching over me. I tried reaching out to her, but to no avail. I had to find a way to get her to see me. I had to find a way to enter her world. What was she trying to do when she jumped? To put an end to a dream she seemed sentenced to live again and again? To give me proof she needed me? Just like her, I wanted to escape. But I wanted to escape with her. And in one piece.
Do you love me?
The feeling of her hand, her voice. Finally, I was able to exist for her. Though I couldn't have said if Selena was coming back to the living because of me. Or if she was the one taking me into her dream. She had become my guide, and I had become the witness of her story. was getting closer to Selena, to whatever this all meant. But time was of the essence. We were not alone, and I could feel the dark woman entering my mind. As she was making progress, I was losing hope I'd make it out alive. Seeing Selena flee strengthened my belief something darker was closing in. A wolf hidden amongst men. It felt like finding a lost love, but being on the brink of losing it again. I had to be quick. Selena fled men, just like William, the so-called Black Lake Wolf, had fled his mother.
Hello? Who are you?
Hear me. Need help.
No, it can't be. No!
You don't have a discussion with yourself every day. At least, not on the phone. The world had folded back on itself like a piece of paper. I didn't want to know more. The harm was already done. I could smell from here the scent of murder and madness which emanated from below. Selena's story was one of light, trying to survive in the night of a nation long corrupted by darkness. I have to admit it. I was afraid of what I would find at the end of that path. This night of ghosts and death. This night, which was the night of the world.
Why did you do this?
This night had made me the witness of an unending tragedy. It had made me one of the characters in its plot. And I wasn't there by chance. No. I tried going back in my memories, remembering a woman, a kid, a job. I had no story, no canvas to remind me of those. In this labyrinth, I felt lonelier than ever.
Why did you do this?
Sense of blood in the air. It was hers. Anger was growing in me, thinking about William stabbing her with a blade. But it wasn't over yet. Oh no. I was going to save her. It didn't matter where the wolf would hide. I would skin it. New scents started filling the air again. Sea spray, moist soil, plants. Soon after, I could hear rain and thunder. She had guided me on the way out. She had saved my life. But as all prisoners know so well, you're not free just because you can see the sky. This was just another setting for the same tragedy. She was inviting me to follow her. Come see, she was telling me. It was her best part. Victim who plays her role to cheat death. But she wasn't deceiving anyone. And me, even less. As a conscientious diva, Selena walked to her grand finale. My fear was washed away by disgust. I was about to meet William. And so it was me. And I had killed her. I had killed the only beautiful thing in the world. The only one which could save me. I'm sorry. It was me all along, Selina. The son of a bitch. Sicko. The killer. The wolf. The filth. The bastard. The scum. The memories of what I had done were coming back slowly. Like the tide washing ashore the rotten corpses from a wreck. Selina was lighter than a pillow. The real weight was all those years of filth stored in my memory. Images. The blade I sunk deep into the stomach of my own mother. Those dark-haired women. Those hated clones of Margaret, split from head to toe as a sacrifice to the moon. Their organs displayed carefully, like some child fresco. Selina on the stage of Smoke and Mirrors. The glass I used to toast with her. The first time we talked. Her tears. The letters in which she told me about losing her kid. How her husband had been murdered. And our kiss. The blade I used to stab her. My father and the father of my mother died from the same madness. The same poison that men injected into the economic system they had created. On October 29th, 1929, millions of casualties. The scent of blood. And for the wolves, the beginning of the hunt. Selina's warmth was pulsing slowly in my arms as the dark spot of my culpability was growing over her stomach. In the sky, the moon was watching me, her son, as I was taking my first steps, holding her daughter in my arms. A resurrection. A second chance. Selina was dying. I could tell from her body, tightly pressed against me. At times, her eyes would open and stare at me. Not a hint of anger or accusation. She could have let go. Let her light pass. Let my mother take me back. But she was protecting me. She was forgiving me. The moon was silently watching us as we made our last push through the night. Soon, dawn would come. The sun would wash away all that ink which had condemned us. Goodbye, Luna. Goodbye, Mother. This night had been too long already. I went as far as I could. Selina, the one who would give me everything life had left her, was fading away, despite my efforts to hold on to her light. If night was the world, then this world had no end. This was my America. Stranded here, facing the void, under the cold glare of the silent moon. She was dying. She was dying for all eternity, and I kept awake to see her take her leave.